Hey, good morning everybody. Welcome back to the garden. So we just got back home from being at the beach and the gardens have exploded. They look so beautiful, but there is still a lot that I want to cut back and prune and tidy up before we move on into our June garden tour. I haven't had a chance to do a June garden tour yet, and I really want to get that done because we're already going into mid-June. I can't believe it, but there's so much blooming. It looks so pretty. So you guys are going to kind of get a little sneak peek of what the gardens are looking like, because I'm pretty much going to go throughout the entire garden and try to work on getting it looking really good. So this morning, to try and make it a little bit easier on myself, I created a little garden care package for myself with my little basket. I actually have my gloves. Let's see if I use them, but I did get my gloves. Of course, I have my snips, my new handy dandy electric shears that, if you saw that video, these are amazing and will make the job go so much faster. A shovel in case I need to dig things up so I'm not doing it with my bare hands. And then my water bottle, of course. And then I got my bag again because it's great. So, looking around, trying to figure out where to get started, I think I'm gonna go over to the cottage garden. I've not even walked through there since I got home, so we're gonna start there. Thankfully, we already did around the fence line for the goats before we left, so I shouldn't have to do too much over there. I do have a rose that I haven't done anything with, so I don't know, lots to do. Lots to do. Oh, and by the way, if y'all saw the video where I showed you all those nasty bugs on those hollyhocks, I never did anything to them. I never got rid of them. I never sprayed. I never did anything. I don't like to spray. And so I wanted to just see kind of what would happen if they would damage those hollyhocks. And the hollyhocks did not bloom at all. So they totally sucked the life out of them. I need to cut those and dispose of them. There's not nearly, I'm looking at it right now, there's not nearly as many bugs as there was that first time, but I'm gonna throw it in my husband's furnace. So, anyways, let's get going. Taking them to the fire. So we just disposed of the hollyhocks, but I did cut some of the stems a little bit tall just to get them out of here. So I'm gonna go ahead and chop these the rest of the way. All right, that is it for round one of pruning and cutbacks and weeding and all of that stuff. I have a full bag right here. The baby just woke up. I can hear her on the monitor. So I'm gonna go feed her some breakfast, dump my bag, come back out, and then I'll probably have a little helper. So be back in a second. Hi, pretty baby. So we got the baby up. She's gonna help in the garden. We're gonna go visit Dada up in his office and show him her pretty hair, aren't we? This is so pretty. You're such a pretty girl. Oh, Mama loves you. Sweet baby. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Just put the baby down for a nap. I've been pruning back so much. I'm on my 3rd bag. I've already pulled all of my pansies out of my containers next to the garage. I haven't done it here on the porch. I don't have anything to replace them with yet, but I think what I'm gonna do right now is just cut them back and try to get a lot of this scraggly growth gone and just see if they will hold on for just a little bit longer until I can get something to replace these with. So let's give it a shot. I also have this geranium. I showed you guys in the last video that it was a piece that my daughter had broke. It is rooted in, and she pulled all my pretty blooms off this morning, but it does have roots. I am going to get it in a container and see if it'll bloom for me again here on the here on the porch. So maybe right there. I don't know. We'll see. See, look at my nice roots on this geranium. No rooting hormone or anything. That doesn't look too bad. They definitely still look tired, but I feel like they could end up lasting just a little bit longer. I don't know, we'll see. I need to clean the porch, but not too bad. a butterfly bush right here in front of one of my climbing roses in the formal garden. I was gonna get rid of it because I planted a nepeta right here underneath it that got really big, but now that my nepeta has quit blooming, my butterfly bush has grown up and is blooming. So I kind of like that they are blooming at different times, have a very similar look, and it's doing well. So I'm gonna leave it for now, but I need to cut back some of these blooms. All right, you guys, I am going to go ahead and fertilize some of my hydrangeas with this holly tone. I have some that have chlorosis and that are in desperate need of this, but then I'm gonna just go ahead and get all of them while I'm at it, hopefully, or at least most of them if I can systematically do this. But I wanna go ahead and get this on the hydrangeas because they are all about to burst into bloom, all the panicles, all the macrophyllus, and smooth hydrangeas are already blooming and look gorgeous. So I'm going to start with these two right here by the door. These are an endless summer hydrangea. I think these are, I don't remember. I'll have to put the name of these in the description. This isn't a scoop, it's a shovel, but let's see if it's going to do the job. All right, so it says to sprinkle this around the base. So that's what I'm going to do. It's very stinky, but it is organic. Scratch it in a little bit. You're supposed to also water it in. I'm going to turn on all my drip here shortly, and that'll do the job. Y'all can't smell this stuff because it is intense, and not in a good way. So this holly tone is not only good for hydrangeas, but it's also good for azaleas. And I just redid these front flower beds last fall and added these Perfecto Mundo azaleas. So I'm fertilizing them as well because they need all the help they can get. They didn't grow very much. They were really small, but still yet. My bag is gone. How many hydrangeas did we just fertilize, you think? I mean, we did a good bit, half a lot. I don't even know how many hydrangeas I have right now. But then I also did all the azaleas. Well, not all the azaleas. I have some encore azaleas over in the cottage garden. But, I mean, that was pretty good. I need another pack though. Probably get that ordered so I can finish the job. But while I'm at it, I'm gonna go ahead and fertilize my window boxes. I have a plant fertilizer for that instead of this. I don't know what the best fertilizer is necessarily for petunias. I think they just like to be fed regardless. So I'm just gonna give them what I got and say job well done. So I went ahead and I fertilized those window boxes without you guys because I was over there and I didn't feel like dragging my camera and all that stuff. But I'm over here in front of the house. I had some Shasta daisies that came up from last year and they're flopping really bad. Not looking super hot. I mean, they're pretty like laid out right here, but when you look over top of them, they're not so pretty. So I'm gonna see what I can do to fix this. It's really the only spot like on the front of the bed where I even have the Shasta daisies. So they will get dug up completely eventually. Oh, I even have a vinca under there. I probably should have dig this whole thing up. I gotta go eat my shovel. I'm getting tired. I think I'm gonna be done soon. This is it, guys. Woo! Looks like a little flower arrangement in my garden bag, huh? All right, so I just dug up that huge clump of Shasta daisies. These were Shasta daisies that I planted from seed. They grow and multiply like crazy. They spread, they're huge. It's a lot. But I have them along a fence line towards the back of my border and it's beautiful. It brings lots of pretty white to the garden and that's great. But where it was not great. And you can see I still have a patch right here. This patch is okay because earlier back in the spring, as it started growing, I gave it a Chelsea chop and cut about half of the growth off of it. And now it is at a manageable height where it's not getting as tall as me and it's not flopping over and becoming unmanageable. This is a much nicer size, but there's also varieties that Proven Winners and some other brands have that do stay a little bit shorter and more manageable. So if you are looking for any kind of Shasta daisy, I would definitely do your research and find varieties that are going to stay the size that you want them to be. Again, I just sprinkled my seeds. It was like a mixture of seeds, cool color flower seeds, cool color wildflower seeds that I sprinkled along the front of the vegetable garden. And I'm looking now and I still have a lot of those flowers coming up and I like where they do come up because that's the back of the border. But again, I think I dug some of those Shasta daisy plants up because I was like, wow, I got so many, I'm gonna put them everywhere. And I did that before I realized just how ginormous they get. So anyways, this is smaller. See right here, it just comes up to my thigh, like mid-thigh. So I don't know, what is that, like 2.5 feet or something like that. So I'm gonna leave this one for now. Might end up digging it up also. We'll see, but we got so much done. I'm exhausted and I think I'm ready to call it a day. We ran the robot lawnmower around and my husband was weed eating. So we are looking really good for our June garden tour. So this was a lot of work. but I feel so good being out here in the garden. So guys, thank you so much for joining me today. I will see you again on Saturday for the June garden tour. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure that you do that and that you click that notification bell so you get notified when the garden tour does air. And I will see you guys then. Happy gardening.